It's 6:04 in the morning on a Monday morning. I have $394 on. That's pretty good. If you consider that from the time I got in the car just after 6 until it was 2 o'clock, I did not stop driving. I just had one right after another, right after another. It was a nerve-wracking pace. It was pretty insane. And then it slowed down and got more reasonable. Since 2 o'clock, I've only done 4 trips. And now it's just after 6. So you can see how things go. Anyway, I'm glad it's over. I just woke up from a nap. I was so tired. I was looking at videos and falling asleep looking at videos. So yeah, there's not much more to report except that I am wiped out from a night like that. From a night where I'm going non-stop and concentrating and being stressed, to the extreme opposite where I'm going to sleep. So now I'm just going to limp over to the bank and deposit some money. Then I'm going to limp to the gas station and fuel up. And then I'm going to teeter home, or limp home, I don't know, something like that. Yeah, don't have much else to say. I just had a very, very busy night. Typically, a busy night, I do 22 trips. That's a busy night for me. This time, I did 32 trips. That is a lot of running in a 12-hour shift. I barely got to watch any video at all. I did not get a lot of sleep, although I think I managed to creep an hour in there somewhere. The grand total was $450. I had quite a lot of short trips, which made it only $450. I was busy like on a New Year's Eve. It was like non-stop, one right after another, right after another, right after another, right after another, right after another. Except then at 2 o'clock I had a break for about an hour. And then after 3 it started up again, one right after another, after another, after another. It's like I was the only cab on the road, or at least it felt that way. Not only that, yesterday we had record-breaking heat. The thermometer inside the car was registering 48 degrees Celsius when I got in the car. And the ambient temperature was probably about 42 because the car had been sitting in the sun. The tablet here, the apps wouldn't open up because it was too hot. The tablet was overheating. And likewise, the batteries would not charge because they were overheating. But the batteries still had most of their charge. I think we were down to about, I don't know, 85% battery after the whole day of the car sitting in the sun. So Fortunately, my last trip took me not far away from the car wash out in View Royal. And so I just washed the car, and now I'm heading back into town, where I will deposit some money, and where I will wipe down the interior of the car. I have wipes in the trunk, and I'm just gonna, you know, make it look tidy, make it look neat and tidy. I burned up more than half a tank of fuel, which is rare. It's probably going to cost me about $30 to fill this thing. Yeah, I'll prepare for that. And now I'm in the morning rush hour of all these freaking cars heading into town. They're all aggressively wanting to get to work. Gosh, you know, when I'm on my way to work, I take my sweet time going to work. These people, they're all rushing. They're all racing to get to work. I'm glad I don't work day shift. I'm glad I'm done now. The time is 5:47. I'm done. I gotta walk to the chiropractor's. That usually takes me about 35 minutes from my place. So I should leave my place at 6:30. Now, like I said, it's 5:48. I have just enough time to hit the bank, deposit some money, detail the interior of the car, fuel it up, and park it. What else is there to say? Nothing. I'm just bagged because I'm tired. It was a very busy night. It was a lot of rushing around and running around. No matter where I ended up, I had more calls. Yeah. I just dropped off at the bank, made a deposit. The night was fairly busy until about 2 o'clock. And then even after that, you know, whenever I would try to take a break, I'd get a call, and I ended up doing all right. I had about $340 for the whole thing, and it wasn't quite as hectic and stupid as the night before. So this was the Tuesday night. Still, I worked hard enough. $340 on a Tuesday night is good. I hope people calm down a little bit and relax a little bit and don't call us so much. We need more cars for the amount of business there is. Yeah, I know I'm repeating myself. Nothing really untoward happened in the night, although a couple people were annoying, especially the younger kids, you know, the ones in their late teens, early 20s. Some of them were a real pain. There was one girl who just graduated high school. I was taking her home from her high school graduation party, and she was very pleasant. She was moving on to the University of Toronto to study health sciences. Sounds good. Well, I'm at the gas station now, so I'm gonna fuel up and go home. 2 more nights to go. Well, it's Canada Day. It is the 1st of July. And I just finished my Wednesday night. The Wednesday night was fairly busy once again. There were times when I was rushed to some extent, but not as bad as on the Sunday and Monday. I wasn't exactly angry every time I got a call this time. Let's just adjust this down a little bit. There we go. The reason I had it up was because I was accelerating and going up a hill. Yeah, I watched some video. I did about 350. I had a few long trips, which helped. Went out to the Western Communities, I think, 3 times. And the third time I was out there, I was just leaving and I got sent back to take a guy on a very short run. I think it took me, I had to travel about 6 or 7 times as far to get to him than as far as he was going. The distance he was going, he could have walked. Aside from that, it was the usual mix-up of things. Nobody really annoyed me, but the traffic was some bad traffic. Just people being stupid. What else? I just went through the car wash. I did the exterior of the car. I'm going to go to the bank, detail the interior for one last time this week. And there you go. Canada Day is another year older. And tomorrow I will be another year older. Yeah, my birthday is the 2nd of July. And Canada Day is the 1st. Okay. Yeah, I'll be back. This thing's still going? Yeah, it is. I'll be back for one more tomorrow. Okay. So now it's Friday morning. The time is now 6:18 because my last customer took a little longer than expected to come out. He had lost his keys and he didn't find them. Well, it was busy. It was Canada Day. It was busy until 2 o'clock, non-stop. Then I had a few more after 2. I think I had 3 more. I did about $500. This is, or has been, the busiest week that I can remember. I did, okay, 450, that's 850 plus 350. That's 1100 plus 350. That's 1450. $1,900 worth of business. I don't think I've had a week better than that in my entire career. My entire career. No, I don't believe I've had a better week than that. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. Yeah, that was the top. People coming back to doing things normal again. Not wearing masks anymore because the whole thing had been lifted. The whole COVID bullshit has been lifted. It's done. Bars, restaurants, pubs are opening up again. Nightclubs. But they have certain limitations. Like, oh, you're not allowed to dance. No, let's hold that. Hold that, hold that, hold that. Hold that right there. It wants to tip. Yeah, not allowed to dance, and the tables have to be certain distances from each other in restaurants and places. And you're not allowed to socialize between different tables, apparently. But you can go to restaurants, you can go to bars, you can go to pubs, you can go to nightclubs, but you can't dance and you can't socialize with the other tables, which have to be a certain distance apart. Whatever. I'm thrilled that I don't have to smell my own breath anymore. And to end a week like this, happy birthday to me. It's my birthday today. 8 more years to go till retirement. Won't work a day longer than I absolutely need to. And that's where I'm at. This morning, I'm just going to fuel it up. And I'm going to park it. And I'm going to add up all my Interacs and credit card transactions from the whole week. Well, I've got most of them done already. It's just the ones from tonight that I got to add on to the others. And I think it's going to be my biggest overs ever. My biggest check for overs. And so that's it. I hope yours is better than mine.